Hey, what's good? It's your boy. That's right. I'm with another video in between appointments. You know, I always try to keep you updated on the boxing news. Well, this time, no, not Deontay Wilder, like I told you. I'm only going to report if it's something significant importance of negotiations or if it's definitely a fight. But I would say that Anthony Joshua is here in the United States. Actually, I believe he landed in LAX airport with a lot of luggage and bags and everything else. I don't know if it's a workout thing or what. But you know what? Good. Might be something happening. Let's stay out of it. Like I told you in the last 20-something minute video. Let's stay out of it, people. Let them do what they do. Okay? He might be coming over here to fight. Who knows? That might be training equipment, living equipment. Who knows? Stay out of it and don't speculate. Because what I tell you before, everybody hollering, oh, he's coming to the USA and all this. But sure, he did say he'd rather fight Wilder than Povetkin. That sound like a coward to you? No, it doesn't. And would the terms be right? We don't know. And we don't need to know until they make the announcement. So people stop speculating. But this ain't what the video is about. This video is about Mikey Garcia calling out Errol the Truth Spence, the perfect fighter. That's what I call him. Man down. Why Mikey Garcia is calling out Errol Spence? Because Mikey wants to fight the best of the best. If he has to move up another weight class, he can make 147 if he really wanted. And I guarantee you he's a balanced, smart fighter where he can use his weight against his balance and his fundamentals. He's not a flashy fighter. He's a disciplined fighter. The reason why he's calling out Errol Spence, you can catch it on Boxing Ego. The reason why he's calling out Errol Spence is because he is not getting any recognition at all from nobody. The media, the boxing media, period. The social media, you know what they're saying? They're saying that BRONER just didn't show up. It's not that Mikey dominated. It's just that Mikey took advantage of BRONER putting his gloves in his pocket. You see how that works? People still are trying not to give Mikey Garcia the credit that he deserves. The second best record to Floyd Mayweather before he had the financial dispute with Top Rank. If he won shelled for 2 years, he could have been a better, he could have been a complete fighter, which he's basically is too. Now think about it. Errol the Truth Spence fighting Mikey Garcia, then that's a fight I'd love to see too. Two technicians, two strong punchers. Now, Mikey Garcia ain't got all these abs and all these veins and muscles, but he has power. He has good balance. He know how to circle his way out of the corner by using a jab. He knows all the tricks of the trade. He's a young veteran. Now, Errol Spence, the perfect fighter. 2 videos ago, I told you that Errol Spence has the perfect pedigree to be the undisputed champion of the world in the welterweight division. Now, Errol Spence, when he heard that Mikey Garcia was calling him out for a fight, he pretty much like rolled his eyes. You know, check out Boxing Eagle, and shout out to Boxing Eagle too. KQKC, gonna keep it real and give credit what credit's due. That's what we're all about here, and we're all about honesty. See, they trying to compare Mikey Garcia fighting Adrian Broner and saying that Adrian Broner just didn't show up. So I guess they saying if Broner would have showed up, it would have been a harder fight for Mikey. No, it wouldn't. Because Mikey stayed busy. He kept the jab in his face. He threw over 100 punches per round, or at least close to it. The game plan was to stay busy. And we all know Broner had flaws. And I'm not talking about out the ring, because hell, he just totally fucked up out the ring. But inside the ring, he has flaws. He freezes when people punch back. He don't punch with them unless he's behind and it's one of them Hail Marys, 11th and 12th round where he really got to go out of it. You know, now that I give him credit. He will go for it. But like Paulie Malignaggi said, he might get knocked out, but he will go for it. He lost to Sean Porter, but he knocked Sean Porter down in the last round. But he will never be the same fighter that he has been in the past. The best fight, and I'm going to keep saying it, the best fight I've seen Adrian Broner fight was DeMarco. He destroyed him. He showed all his athleticism, all his balance, all his ironed out wrinkles, and he just went to town. But for some reason, he still wanted to emulate Floyd Mayweather Jr. by doing the shoulder roll. He can't even do the shoulder roll right. We all seen Floyd do the shoulder roll in slow motion. How someone swing at him and he put that shoulder out and let it bounce off his shoulder and come with that right, and boom. His father taught him that shoulder roll years ago. His father perfected it and perfected it for Floyd. And Floyd used it. Floyd used holding the phone. Now, talking about Keith Thurman, where Floyd Mayweather neglected his offense to perfect his defense. And that's what he did. The best defensive fighter I ever seen at welterweight division. Or at lightweight division, featherweight. So, can't nobody tell me Mikey Garcia is not a true, solid fighter. Sure, he can fight lightweight. See, Mikey Garcia has choices. That's one thing about when you promote yourself and you move up weight classes, or you might move down weight classes. You have the body to do that. Some people don't have the body to do that because of age or whatever. Mike is still young. Errol's still young. But Errol don't believe it. He don't believe that it would come to fruition. I just don't understand that. But if it does, Errol will jump on it for real. Because Errol want whatever belt out there that he can obtain. He's gonna get them. You know, he's gonna get them. And guess what? Cal Brook and whoever else that have a problem with Earl will say some dumb shit. Like Teddy Atlas. Like Cal Brook, like I said, Cal Brook. Anybody in the UK. So I said, as I mentioned before, the UK love boxing. That's their number one sport. Okay, then they have what? Soccer, well, they call it football, but I call it soccer. They really need to see a real football game over here and pretty much see the difference, if they don't know already. But I'm not taking nothing from the UK. I love the UK. You know, I love the accents. And you know what? I love the ladies in the UK. It's nothing like a pretty lady with a pretty accent. But that's not boxing. I'm talking boxing right now. That's for another day and another time and another video. Trust me. But Errol Spence, what he did to Lamont Peterson, the picture you're looking at right now, they are saying the same thing about that fight like they're doing Mikey Garcia and Adrian Broner. They saying that Peterson didn't come to fight. No, he came to fight, but he didn't come to fight his fight. He came to fight Earl's fight. And you know what that was. Body punching. Now, understand this. Lamont Peterson, that was his thing, body punching. Oh, yes. That was his thing. Like his coach told him in the corner between rounds, hey, that's your thing, body punching. Go to the body. Well, he tried, but Earl gets in and gets out. I keep telling everyone, Errol, the true Spence Jr., is a perfect fighter at this point. Sure, he'll take a round or two to fill you out. Then he will start going to work. Don't care if you're a southpaw or orthodox. But please, people, give this man credit. Now, I'm not talking about Chris Algieri. We all know that he wasn't one of the upper top echelon fighters. But I can say Boone, he only had one, maybe two losses at the most. And he destroyed him, knocked him out cold. And, of course, we know what he did to Lamont Peterson. His eye was really, really looking bad. And, of course, we all know his coach didn't want him to lose his eye socket like Cal Brook. Errol is a solid welterweight. And he will use his strength. He will use his footwork. He will use his balance. He will use his iron out wrinkles. Like I said once before, we haven't even seen the best of Errol yet. The Charlos, Derrick James, they all say Errol does things in sparring, in the gym, that we haven't seen yet. But I can't wait to see it. As I mentioned, maybe about 2 or 3 videos ago, which more seats probably been sold by then, but I was trying to state that out of 13,000 plus tickets, Errol, the true Spence Jr., has sold 10,000 plus tickets thus far with less than a month inside the fight. And I guarantee you, come Friday, those tickets will be gone. Or maybe early part of next week. So the fight is not to what? June 16th on a Saturday night on Showtime / CBS with Carlos Ocampo. So no one's going to tell me that if Peterson would have showed up like the old Lamont Peterson, but sometimes, you know, when you fight them rough fight after fight, that takes a toll on the body. It does. And when you prepare for one thing for the fight and you get another, that takes a toll. So keep in mind, Lamont Peterson and Errol Spence is no way compared to Mikey Garcia and Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner will not let his hands go because he's not the same Adrian Broner. Sure, he will fight a little bit in spurts, you know, try to swing at the body, you know, try to throw the right hands, but he don't have the motivation. People have to understand fighters. I never was a fighter. I was an athlete, but not a fighter. I was a basketball player. But people have to understand a fighter. Don't tell me that a fighter don't bring in their problems in the ring. Because in the back of your mind, that shit bothers you. Training camp, whatever. Come fight night, you see them same problems out there in the audience. You see people out there that don't like you, that want to fight you, and everything. So you try to put on the best performance you can by coming outside of your shell that you should have been staying into and following the game plan. That was Adrian Broner's problem before he got with Cunningham. He didn't listen to his team listened to him. But Errol Spence is a little different. He's a mild-mannered, respectful, young, perfect fighter who listens to his trainer, Derek James. And Derek James got a lot of good things going on in Texas. He's bringing Regis Prograis along very well. The Charlo, I believe it's Jamel, he's bringing him together. He's trying to put more and more iron on their wrinkles in their game. Like Dimitri Andre once said, the Charlos, all they throw is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, now I'm starting to see different wrinkles, uppercuts. Sure, still the 1, 2, bread and butter. But one thing about it, their accuracy is on point. The main thing I'm trying to say is, give Mikey Garcia the credit he deserves. He deserves a lot of credit. He fought a lot of stiff competition. Yes, he has. It doesn't matter if Adrian Broner hands will let go. It doesn't matter if he fought Garcia like he fought DeMarco. No. Styles makes fights. And I'm going to tell you, Mikey Garcia has great balance. He will hold his position when he's throwing. Then if Adrian is throwing, he's still holding his position so he can counter. You can't counter off balance because you're going to come up short. You can't counter moving to the left or right because you're going to come up short. And we all know you don't bag back because you're going to get hit. as Deontay Wilder. I pray and hope that Mark Burrell and his trainer has corrected that. So Deontay Wilder goes straight back, and when he does that, his opponent just gonna take a couple extra steps and tag him with a right or left. It doesn't matter. That need to be corrected. He need to go side to side. We all know he's a heavyweight, but it don't take much to step side by side. There's nothing about running. It's just making, iron out the wrinkles. And hell, he has done damn good since 20 years old. Mikey Garcia has done good for a person that wasn't interested in boxing. We all know the story. They went to a boxing event for amateurs and for people that never boxed. So, his brother, we all know his brother, the trainer, Robert Garcia, he asked Mikey Garcia, you want to try it out? And Mikey said, oh, okay, I'll try it out. And he was good at it. He won. Then he tried it out again. He was good at it. The next thing you know, he was a natural. Look it up. That's the story. And that's a great story, isn't it? So, with that said, please, people, do not discredit Mikey Garcia. Because he really do feel that his fans or the boxing media, the social media, and the boxing channels like myself and other boxing channels is not giving him his due like he should be given. He should be, man, pound for pound, the best, one of the best out there. Errol Spence. I have seen him fight differently in different fights, but he always come out victorious. It depends on your opponent. See, some people don't understand. Why is it so hard for the fight the best, and this and that? Because styles make fights. It's a bad combination when you put two counter punches like they did Mayweather and Pacquiao. Somebody has to take the lead. Somebody has to take the initiative. But that didn't happen. They tried to make it happen, but it didn't happen. Mayweather had to do what got him there. Pacquiao had to do what got him there. That what made the fight kind of boring. Sure, he made a fortune. He broke records. And I believe Conor McGregor, they broke even bigger records. I know why people was hot on this Errol Spence guy. Because he had room for improvement. He didn't have no 30 fights or nothing like that. We talking about 18, maybe 20 fights now. And he's looking better and better. Great solid fighter. When he was in the Olympics, he didn't medal with Marcus Brown and them. He didn't medal. They didn't medal at all. But every time they asked each and every one on that team, from heavyweight, cruiserweight, all the way down, who you think will be successful in the pros? Who you think is the hardest working fighter on your team? Who you think will be the man in the next generation? And not one person said somebody else. Everybody said Errol Spence. And you know what? It's coming to fruition. Errol Spence is not one of them loudmouth knuckleheads like Adrian Broner. Like most boxers saying. Acting a fool. Talking smack. Disrespecting reporters. Disrespecting pressers. Just all around disrespecting the baby mama, talking about I mean, all this attention and all this to sell a fight. It worked for Floyd Mayweather. They might have hated him and wanted to see him lose, but he filled up those seats. But it's not working with Adrian. Why? Because Adrian had them outside problems and still talking shit while you were in jail, knucklehead. But I'm not going to get into Adrian Broner. That's going to be a different video. And when I go into him, I'm going to go into him. Trust me. And you want to hear, you better subscribe to this channel. Because it's a few people on my so-called hit list. No disrespect to none of them. I'm just going to tell it like a T.I. is, baby. That's what's going to happen. So, you need to subscribe to this channel. If you like what I'm saying right now, hit the like button. Hit them thumbs up. And that notification bell, we know what that does. They're going to notify you when I do another video. And you're going to enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this week, but I'm doing a little research. And see, I'm serious about this thing. KC is serious about this thing. A lot of people getting the words mixed up. Well, let me tell you something about KC channel, boxing channel. Everyone don't know that when you pick out a name for a boxing channel, you have to be unique. You have to pick out something that stands out. And pick out something that everybody else don't have. Let's say you pick out some other name, boxing channel, whatever. Then you look, you got about 400 people with that same name. So you have to be what you call innovative. You know, you got to be creative. And sure enough, I did. KC does mean something. At a later date, I will explain to you what it really means. But right now, once my subscribers get up there, this is a new channel, then I will explain to the new people. This is KC Boxing Channel, coming to you to tell you that Errol Spence was called out by Mikey Garcia. He's getting no credit. I'm talking about Mikey. Mikey is not getting no credit for beating Adrian Broner. They still really believe Adrian Broner, or they're hoping they will see the old Adrian Broner, the Floyd Mayweather look-alike fight Broner. But reporters, boxing reporters, you ain't going to see it no more. Adrian Broner is a B-level fighter now. Oh yeah, he might get some fights, but I guarantee he's not going to get in there with the upper echelon fighters. He definitely not going to get in there with Errol Spence. Errol Spence would eat his ass up. Mostly everybody in the heavyweight division. Keith Thurman too. Why you think he putting him off? Huh? What makes you think he's not putting him off? But with that said, please give Mikey Garcia the credit he deserves. Do not compare him to Errol Spence and Lamont Peterson fight. Sure, Lamont Peterson didn't fight the fight that he normally fight. Why? Because he was stuck. The body shots weren't working for Errol. But Errol body shots was working for him. Then what you do? You move up and down. He moved to the head part. You seen his eye. You seen his coach step in. So, yes, I think that would be a good fight with Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. But please give that brother his due. He earned it. He worked out. He was disciplined. He ate right. And he stuck that jab at Adrian's face every chance he got. And guess what? He never got counted. Maybe once or twice. Why? Because Adrian BRONER has a problem when someone is in his face. He freezes. Well, people, that's going to keep happening. Then pretty soon, Adrian BRONER will start fighting bums just to have a payday. He's walking around with his life savings and trying to be like Floyd with a book bag and all that with money in it. And we all know those are $1 bills. Some are just 20s. And you might put the 100 on the top and the 100 on the bottom. You know, we all know the tricks of the game. You know, just like these rap videos, you know, showing matches and pool parties and this and that, like they live there. They rent them houses out just for the video. But I guarantee you, all you gotta do is pay Floyd Mayweather money. He'll let you rent out any of his houses to do a video. He called it the Big Boy Mansion in Las Vegas. You know where the kids stay at? All under 21 that's driving Rolls Royces. Not bad, Dad. Well, Errol Spence wants the same thing for his kids. So, he wanted to fight the best. The best should be fighting the best. And please, Mikey Garcia needs the credit he humbly deserves. Sure, Adrian BRONER had his hands in his pocket. But why? That's what you have to think about. You see, you have to think outside the box. And people got to stop thinking one way. Adrian BRONER put his hands in his pocket because Mikey Garcia made him to. He had to. Then come 11th round, when he think Mikey is pretty much slowed down, tired of this and that, he tried to make his move, which I respect. Well, like I say, he might get knocked out, but at least he's going for it. But Mikey is a veteran, and he showed him what he can do. So, this is KC, Boxing Channel, bringing to you another video discussing boxing news. Now, before I close, keep in mind Anthony Joshua is here in the United States. He just arrived yesterday, I believe, at the LAX airport. Check out his account on Instagram and you will see what he had to say. You will see all the luggages. And shout out to Boxing Ego. Shout out to Fanon Boxing, International Boxing. Shout out to 78 Sports. Good brothers. The LDBC. They doing their thing. Shout out to the Mobcats, baby. I'm a small channel. Just got started. Going into his 3rd week. Have 13 subscribers. I'm trying to get more. Oh yes, I'm doing this not for my health. I'm doing it for a cause. And the cause that I'm doing it for, let me clarify this. I have 2 daughters that finished college. I have a 3rd one that it's very hard for me to afford for her to go to college due to I was laid off. Well, actually 30,000 of us was laid off at one time. Isn't that something? But I'm trying to do my best. My oldest daughter is a doctor, a PhD doctor, and trying to help her with the grants, the tests, everything. Because my youngest daughter is very, very smart. You ever met someone that can pass a test with ease and don't have to study? Well, that type of person need to be in somebody's college. And that's where my daughter's going to step in. And what I'm trying to do is step in and try to help her. A newspaper columnist wrote a story about a young man that had the money to go to college. And next thing you know, he just graduated from college with a degree. Because a lot of writers and everybody chipped in and wrote and sent that brother to college. Now he got all kind of job offers. And I'm also doing it for cancer. What I did together with this young lady Fanon had on Beverly. Cancer people is killing us left and right for years. And I know it's a cure. It might not be here, but it's a cure. And it also is a money maker too. Because, I hate to say it, but sometimes when something's making money on the medical side, you know, why fix something that's not broken? Well, what's broken is people's lives. Pancreatic cancer is the most aggressive cancer that is. You can die within 3 to 6 months. So, I have never known anyone with pancreatic cancer that lived a longevity life. So, my cause is helping my daughter get to college. Young black sister that's smart as hell, but don't have the money to go. And my father had cancer. It's in remission, but I'm passionate about it because I had 13 uncles. You know how many I got left now? 3. Ask me what happened to the other 10. They died of cancer, one form or another. Stomach, throat, you name it. They had it. And I'm very passionate about I'm very passionate about cancer awareness. Sure, we need to eat right. Sure, you know, African Americans have a problem with chitlins and all that. Okay, back in the days, those was okay. But now they shooting with steroids. You know, I never saw a turkey leg big as my leg. Never. That motherfucker was one hell of a turkey. Or it could have got shot with steroids to make it bigger and juicier. So the meat thin is different now. But I'm not going to hold you up on that, but I just want you to know that's the cause I'm working towards. Helping my daughter get to college and provide funds to chip in for cancer research. And also will show you proof. All of that. So I don't need money in my pocket. Regardless, I still have money coming in. But please give Mikey Garcia his due. He works hard. Mikey has that type of work ethic that you have to work hard, work diligent. He worked one week, and take 2 or 3 days off and work again. When you can do that, that means you have great balance and you don't have to worry about weigh-ins. I'm quite sure he weighed himself periodically. But with that said, this is KQ, KC Boxing Channel. And keep in mind, get Errol Spence his due, get Mikey Garcia his due. Till next time, peace.